Alright, everybody. Welcome back for the second one. And as I mentioned earlier, I needed to cut that other video off because I don't want to make my videos 40 to 50 minutes long. But I had a lot to cover today, so let's jump into it. Crypto volatility liquidates $2 billion worth of long Bitcoin positions. More than 230,000 crypto traders were liquidated in the last 24 hours. The recent volatility in the crypto market has caused the liquidation of billions of dollars worth of long cryptocurrency positions. Bybit.com, actually I don't think that's how you say it, BYBT.com mentioned that a total of 234,300 traders were liquidated in a single day, as the biggest Bitcoin liquidation order happened on Huobi with a value of 18.94 million. The world's second largest crypto asset, Ethereum, saw the liquidation of nearly 250 million worth of long ETH positions. In the last hour alone, nearly 500 million in Bitcoin longs got liquidated. This is a historic level. There is excess greed in the system, with 60% of contracts levered 20 times or more. Alright, so I only wanted to point this out because don't do this. If you're new to the space, you shouldn't be messing with 20 times leverage. Alright, that's extremely high risk, and if there's any slippage in the price at all, which happens all the time in crypto with the volatility, then you most likely will get liquidated. Right? It's a lot easier to do leverage in traditional markets and still not that easy. All right, so don't play around with this stuff. You're just going to increase your losses. All right, if you're trying to lower your tax bill, maybe you should get some liquidations, but yeah, I wouldn't mess with that. All right, second thing I wanted to point out is this BYBT.com. I corrected myself on Bybit because I think that's a completely different crypto company. But if you come over to this site, this is a great tool to look at as well. So they got all kinds of different things you can check out. Liquidations, long versus shorts, the order books on certain trading pairs. And then also the most important thing, I think, or not the most important, but very important thing to keep up with, is the Grayscale investment holdings. So you can come here and they will post daily updates basically on what Grayscale is doing with their holdings. So if you want to try to anticipate what's happening, this isn't a bad tool to see what's going on, right? Because Grayscale owns a large amount of crypto as a whole, and they are basically leading the charge here with Bitcoin. So yeah, just keep up with what they're doing from time to time, and it might be informative for you. Next up, Ledger doubles down on institutional crypto with new business unit and hiring push. Announced Tuesday, Ledger Enterprise Solutions will drive forth the firm's institution-focused Ledger Vault, the first crypto custody technology to be publicly linked to a major bank, in the form of Nomura and the Komenu Consortium, which recently raised $25 million. Alright, so basically large financial institutions are looking to enter the space, and you got a lot of different custody companies that are coming forth, as they mention here, such as Anchorage, BitGo, Fireblocks, and Curve. As they mentioned, is recently acquired by PayPal. Well, Curve has also partnered with Algorand. Just have to throw that in there for you. So this custody stuff continues to come along with the desire to bring in people that have money, basically, all right? Because when it comes to traditional finance, the asset managers are not allowed to custody their clients' assets. So you got to have these assets custodied by a third party, basically. And that's what they're bringing out with these new solutions. They're trying to bring crypto mainstream and attract people that are used to the old ways of doing things, essentially. And also, we really do need better solutions as far as custody. I'm sure a lot of you don't want to have to worry about oh, I gotta have my stuff on my ledger here and my atomic wallet here and I got some on this exchange or that exchange. Sure, you'd rather have a better solution, right? So that's what they're trying to do. Another custody article. Crypto custody provider Brain welcomes new advisor. An IBM partner and experienced technology executive Martin Lantane. Brain Incorporated, a leading cryptocurrency custodian, announced today that Martin Lantane, an experienced technology executive and current partner and Canadian federal cluster leader at IBM, has joined the company's advisory board. He says, I'm looking forward to working with the Brain team to realize their vision of becoming a bank for the world's new asset class. Right? The world's new asset class, right? Phrases like that should help you see where we're going. Just relax. Adam Muron, Brain's chairman and interim CEO, said the exceptional bench strength of our board and advisors, ranging from seasoned private sector executives to public sector leaders, is one of Brain's greatest assets as we embark on a phase of rapid growth. Martin is the perfect addition to the team. I really wanted to point this out because, like I said, crypto custody is coming. That's what they're trying to do here. And they say that they expect to embark on a phase of rapid growth. So if you're worried all your holdings are going to zero, well, these guys should be more worried than you because their entire business is built on it and they're expecting rapid growth. Another one, encrypting messaging platform Signal is now accepting crypto donations. So this nonprofit organization called Signal has allowed you the opportunity to give them donations in BTC, Ethereum, LTC, and other cryptocurrencies. The reason I really wanted to point this out, this article is from yesterday, but I wanted to remind you, or for those that haven't seen, privacy-centric messaging app Signal experiments with the Stellar-based mobile coin project. According to a number of reports, the company has been experimenting with monetization and more recently Signal has been reportedly testing the crypto network Stellar. All right, so with their mobile coin, they're experimenting using the Stellar blockchain as a potential tool. So if you're holding Stellar, there's some bullish news as well. Obviously, this came out in January, I believe, January 27th. So, crypto-friendly trading platform Etoro To Go Public via $10 billion SPAC merger. Social trading platform Etoro could become the next fintech player to pursue a public listing in the U.S. by merging with the blank check firm. According to a press release issued on Tuesday, Etoro is in talks with Fintech Acquisition Corp. V, a special purpose acquisition company or SPAC owned by veteran Philadelphia banker Betsy Cohen toward a $10 billion merger. All right, so the Etoro representative also confirmed to Cointelegraph that the entity resulting from the merger will be called Etoro Group Ltd. And will be listed on the NASDAQ. So Etoro is now going public as well. I don't know what's going to happen, right? We're sitting here looking at the charts with Bitcoin like, oh, you could top out here. But to me, all things aside there, it looks like we are going into an explosive mass adoption phase. I mean, can you imagine when you got, all these fintechs, Etoro, Coinbase, Kraken will probably follow suit. All these different crypto companies going public. I mean, I honestly only expect the cryptos that they're holding or selling to go up in value as well. It only seems logical. So we could indeed head into a super cycle where all things are out the window as far as charting or logarithmic curves or anything like that. I would not be surprised with all this institutional adoption and these crypto companies going public. I don't know. The future looks bright to me. I just try to have people be cautious, right? Cautiously optimistic or optimistically cautious. One of those. Another mainstream article, right? Post Malone to mix NFTs, experiences in revamped music streaming platform. So Malone and producer Dre London are bringing Fayu's NFTs to their Ox Live streaming site as the NFT arm race heats up. Rapper Post Malone's concert streaming service Ox Live will begin minting Fayu's-based non-fungible tokens that blend the line between art and experience. It says, in a world where attending concerts in person is still out of the question for many, Malone and his manager Dre London are hoping NFTs can bring some of the magic back. When it comes to musicians and performers and stuff like this, I don't blame them at all. I mean, think about how out of sync they are with the world and their traditional way of making revenue. So jumping in on the new hottest craze to make some money in a time like this when they can't do concerts once again, I don't blame them. But so Post Malone, a very popular rapper, is now going to jump in the NFT game as well, because why not? Nobody saw inflation coming in the 1960s, but it could be back, says this very intelligent economist. The potential rise in inflation this time may be caused by the $1.9 trillion fiscal stimulus package recently signed into law by U.S. President Joe Biden, as well as near constant money printing by the Federal Reserve. So this guy really went out of his way to do a report for us to show us how there's potential inflation coming because there's infinite money printing going on. Our point here is that it is possible that the U.S. is now on the verge of a major shift in inflation to the upside from a starting point almost as low and with low expectations as deeply embedded as in the mid-60s, he wrote. So if you want to check this out, all this great detail that goes into how in the 60s there were some oil shocks that caused inflation surges, and that inflation was high for about 25 years. So yes, is anybody surprised that inflation could be coming? I highly doubt it, right? I don't know why this is even news, but yes, if they're going to continue to print dollars into oblivion, then the prices of things, all things, including assets like crypto or stocks, anything, should go up in value as far as in relation to the dollar, right? But we'll see what happens. So, we got another crypto project branching out to a different blockchain now. Sushi is expanding to Avalanche while Ethereum Camp fights high fees, right? More like Ethereum Camp fights about high fees because they want to keep the high fees for the miners. Major DeFi protocol SushiSwap has announced its expansion to the Avalanche smart contract platform, while the Ethereum Camp is looking for new ways to curb its sky-high fees that force its users to look for alternatives. So once again, like I said, more projects are going to continue to move to other platforms along with users, right? You have your Binance chain, your Hiko network with Huobi, your Avalanche. So there's plenty of options, but all of this is pretty obvious to me that Ethereum will fix their issues because they see this, and I don't think it's as hard for them to fix as they make people believe. I think that they can do it. They're just holding off because they're making money. 3 NFT coins could soar 100 times this year, according to crypto trader Ben Armstrong. So, gonna finish this one up with some gems for you guys, according to some other influencers. And so, Ben Armstrong says that he's got a few for you. So, the first big name NFT project on Armstrong's radar is decentralized video game and entertainment platform Worldwide Asset Exchange, or WAX, ticker WAXP. He also says to check out his number 2 pick, which is Ethereum-based virtual real estate world Sandbox. So it's another one, like he says, very similar to Decentraland. I've heard about Sandbox a lot. I have not checked the prices, so let's go do that now. So that one could be one to blow up, like he says. I personally don't own any of these video game related NFTs, or hardly any for that matter. Only a few projects, Suku being one of them. But they are the thing this year, so don't be surprised to see these different cryptos gain a lot in value. Armstrong's third pick is blockchain-based gaming platform Engine. Engine is the behemoth in the space. Engine is the leader in gaming and NFTs, and I don't see that changing, he says. I actually got some inside scoops on stuff Engine is doing on the back end, and some more things coming down in the pipeline, and it's really exciting. I'd say definitely wait for a dip on that one. You want some exposure to Engine. So his picks are Wax, Sandbox, and Engine. So if you want to check those out, go ahead and do so. Last but not least, 4 inexpensive altcoins could be $1 million moneymakers, according to crypto trader Lark Davis. So I've been following Lark Davis since 2017. He's been in crypto for a while. He's been around, so I think his opinion can be valued at times. And I do like some of his picks in here. In a new video, Davis tells his 237,000 subscribers that decentralized insurance asset Bridge Mutual Insurance, BMI, is still a widely undervalued project. He says, Bridge Mutual, I personally think that insurance is one of the most critical and one of the most underrepresented sectors in the entire cryptocurrency economy. Insurance is not sexy, but it's incredibly important, which I totally agree with. So I might look into this one myself, just because I try to look for more like real world things, like what has the potential to blow up, right? What's going to be used in the new financial infrastructure? And we know everybody has insurance. Literally everyone has some form of insurance. So this one could be a good one that I need to look into. Up next, Davis spotlights what he says is another underrated gem, SifChain, ticker ROWAN, which is an omni-chain decentralized exchange built on top of the Cosmos ecosystem. Once again, there's Cosmos being mentioned as having something built on top of it, right? The ecosystem is massive, but the project itself, or idea of it as an investment, I hardly ever see mentioned. Cosmos is one of my main holdings in my portfolio because of how big its ecosystem is. So I think that one itself has more upside, and anything associated with the ecosystem could blow up as well, right? Third on Davis' list is liquidity staking platform Ramp. And lastly, synthetic asset protocol Linear Finance is the fourth token on his radar. So as I always say, the links are in the description if you want to come read these articles and find these potential gems yourself and do some research on them. You will be able to do so, right? So tickers LINA, RAMP, ROWAN, and BMI for some of his top picks. All right, that'll wrap it up for today. Hope that was informative. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
Paper money is going away.
Yes.
And crypto is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper. That's for sure.
Without a doubt.
That has its pros and cons.
Just to clarify, Tesla's not going to start selling Bitcoin anytime soon.
No, we're not.
Okay, you heard it here first, even though everyone thought that.
Yeah, right.